blink a few times.
Most of you welcome the talented from CSC.
Okay, I guess I decided to pretty much ignore the theme and consider the context. So I'll be reading two poems that are somewhat related to education. The first poem is something that I began actually in, I think, J2, but I've rewritten and expanded it since. Actually, no, wait, sorry. The third section is actually a version of the third section is in my collection, but I was looking through it. I was looking through it again, and I thought that the rest of it was not as bad as I thought. Yes, the title is Portrait of a GAP Child. Get the size out of your system. Alright. Yes, number one, before. Being selected seals the secret belief that you started out with, that you were something different, destined to become part of the legend passed down by those who never quite made it. Not the sudden flare of a match in a lightless street. Number two, during. Always the rankings fell like steel bars long before you caught up with your desires. Always the ceremonies with names you sleep through and still remember because none of them was yours. Always the struggle to learn the language and habits that would make you a full citizen of this country. Always strengthening the borders of your domain each time you saw movement in enemy territory. Always thinking space and power belonged to others, so you had to take what you could get. Part 3, after. There is this Chinese immortal who rides a donkey facing backwards, the poem says. There was some moral about few being able to reflect on what is past. But what you think is that he will always ride 1,000 miles carelessly, immune to the horizon, and wish you could face the wind like that. You feel more like the Lady of Sorrows in a movie you once saw, launched into an open sea with your face turned towards the believers on the shore. The second poem is a found text poem, which means that I basically stole stuff I've written in another context. So it's titled Reflecting on Your Unique Relationship with the Applicant. This is the prompt given to people asked to write the optional recommendation for US college applications. So a few years ago, I wrote a few of them for my the ex-students I was very close to. And so, yeah, I came up with this poem more recently because I wanted to interrogate both the limitations and the possibilities of the language that I use to present my friendship with these students, and to make them seem more attractive to US colleges, because I mean there's certain understood norms about how what they're looking for, right? So while this prompt gave me the freedom to highlight qualities that I would not have highlighted, not necessarily have highlighted if I was writing the recommendation for Singaporean institutions, the need to present this particular student as someone bound to succeed within a college community, which is the second part of the prompt, was another sort of limitation, because ultimately you're still, or I was still packaging this, individual for to make her more palatable to, elitist institution. So yeah. Reflecting on your unique relationship with the applicant. I have an epigraph for the poem by Novesi Philip. The limitation here is the text itself, the text comprising the record. So, is now a regular feature of my social life. Is the applicant's keen intellectual curiosity. It's just one manifestation of how the applicant's intellectual curiosity and sense of empathy are deeply intertwined. Is also reflected in the applicant's approach to gender equality. Is acutely aware of inequality, both on a broader societal level and her immediate environment. These were RJ students. Is the applicant's ability to see her own future beyond the paths most privileged by Singaporean society. Is noteworthy given the schools the applicant has attended. Is incredibly pervasive. Is critical of repressive social norms. Is wonderful in one so young. Is that while the applicant learned to speak up more, is already taking steps in this direction. Is equally easy to imagine the applicant in a college feminist group. Is the applicant further developing her gift for friendship. Is an important source of support for them. Is.